Hey Scorpios, welcome back to Diku Tarot. Welcome to your March 2020 reading. We already have a few cards out. We're doing the monthlies a little bit different this time, a little bit shorter, to the point. And the reason why, well, let's start with a couple big announcements. I am getting surgery in early March, and I'm not going to be able to do any readings for the first half of March. So I will not be able to do any private readings. If you do want to email me to book for afterwards, you can do that. All my information on booking is below. And if you're feeling like paying it forward, like some good karma, and you want to thank me for the work that I've done with this channel, my PayPal is below and feel free to donate. I really do appreciate that, guys. I always appreciate receiving those, and I really do thank all of you who do that. It really does mean a lot to me. So again, I'm very grateful for all of you. I'm really, really grateful to be able to connect with you all this way, and I want to thank you Scorpios for being one of my highest watching groups all the time. I love you guys. We're using the Wildwood Tarot here. Let's get right into this. We have a few cards out for what your focuses are this month and how you're feeling. So let's talk about it. And if you haven't, do make sure to subscribe and check out the other monthlies and your yearly for 2020. All right, before I get into this, I'm gonna have a sip of coffee because my voice is a little bit weird. Mercury is retrograde. It really affects the way I speak. Page of Stones, or the links here from the Wildwood Tarot, is your first card out for your focuses. Page of Stones is, well, I mean, it's the Page of Pentacles, the Page of Earth. And the Page of Earth is the essence of the Earth energy. It's the essence of having an idea, having something, a new seed to plant, whether that is, a physical idea for work, for where you want to live, an idea that is going to bring something into the material. So I feel that a lot of you guys might have some new ideas for work or new seeds to plant there. You're feeling like you have to put a lot of effort into something again, like the beginnings of it. Even if you've been in a career for a long time, I just kind of get the sense that you're ready for more. Eight of Bows, Hearthfire. Eight of Bows is a card about communication. It also speaks to travel for me. In this deck, it is Hearthfire. So we could be wanting to communicate. Again, you show a whole group of friends here, or a group of people that work together, just went on a hunt, it looks like, because they're all carrying these bows, and they're sitting around a fire. You want to have momentum towards your end goals, which are, to have this kind of group around you, possibly, to feel like you have success, to be celebrating something, or again, to be traveling to a place that has more of a, I don't know, I feel like you guys are seeking out new home, a new group, a new beat of the drum is calling you somewhere else. I don't know how to describe it. It just feels like something is calling you to start moving forward, and you're getting excited about things, these new ideas, these new things you want to do, new places you want to see, new people you want to meet, the life that you really want. I don't know, it's changing. It's like, I don't really feel like I should be in this stagnant position I'm in. Maybe this is the push that I need. Maybe this is going to get me where I want to go. So anything that negative that has happened, and I know that your readings have been a bit intense, and I know that you guys have been through a lot of big changes lately. So let's talk about that a little bit in your feelings, because this came up to me, or came through, because again, I'm a channeled reader, so sometimes things just come through besides the cards. And as I was sitting in your energy beforehand, it just felt very foggy, really confused, and like you were really have like this sense of built up frustration in terms, and I just kept hearing this song, and it's a really silly song actually on the radio, and it's a very old song too. It's like and God, somebody put it in the comments if you know what song I'm talking about, because I don't even know. But a lot of times messages come to me as a reader through music. It's just who I am. I don't know, or again, quotes from books often, but a lot of times it's music, and especially so for you guys. And I kept thinking of this song, Show Me What I'm Looking For. And it's like, save me, I'm lost. Something, it saved me from being confused. I don't know, but it just feels like, it's like, I'll pay any cost, just save me from being confused. And I think a lot of you guys are at that point where it's like, show me what I'm looking for. I'm lost. I need the answer. I need something. In this month, I want to say you guys are getting to a place where you're realizing you are the answer. You've been looking for the answer. And I wanted to bring this up in Taurus's video, but because I'm doing these shorter, I just didn't have time. But this, the Taurus, Scorpio, like platitude, line, whatever you want to call it. I know that's definitely not the word I was looking for. The latitude, not platitude. That is a totally different word. My Virgo moon can't let that go. But the Taurus and Scorpio line has been experiencing some major changes, and they've been kind of thrown into disarray. And it's been like, where are we going? Like, show me the answer. What is the answer? Why am I stagnant? Why am I here? What the hell is going on? And I know both signs have been like this. I have a lot of experience with both of you guys, not just reading for you, but I am Taurus and my partner is Scorpio. I have a lot of Scorpios in my life, or a few very intense Scorpios in my life, and I know quite a few Tauruses, and I know that it's been like this foggy like journey where we're just having to rely or find our reliance and confidence somewhere else rather than where it has been, where it's like, yeah, there's the tangible and I can see that it's going to change this way, or I know it's going to be this way and I know the answer. But for once we're questioning, what is the answer? What is the answer? And we can't see it, and Mercury retrograde has us slowing down and making it foggier because there is no answer outside yourself. You have the answer. Only you can really decide where you're going to take this, now. Only you can really determine, what your tools are and how you will use them to your disposal. What do you want to create? Get in touch with that part of you that's saying, I need something new. I need something more right now, because you're on the cusp of creating something new, of going in a new direction. And I do see happiness and success. There's a lot going on. Also with the Eight of Bows, being your focus, you have a lot of things going on, a lot of movement forward, a lot of communication, possibly travel. You've got a lot going on. Just as a side note, as opposed to everything else, to me that always speaks of you're busy. You're very busy when this kind of energy comes around. So get used to relying on yourself for the answers. Nobody's going to say, this is your outcome. Here's your step-by-step plan here, Scorpio, and this is what's going to happen when you do this, and this is what's going to happen when you do that. You decide that. You have to remember who you are as a sign. You're the eagle, you're the phoenix, you're the scorpion. You create this. You see what you want, and then you burn away everything that needs to die. You allow things to die, and you think and you feel gratitude for the pain. Feel gratitude for what you had to go through, for the challenges, because it'll bring you to somewhere else. And you guys know this. I don't have to tell you that, because you know how you are. You know how life has been for you, because you're a Scorpio. That's exactly that, isn't it? You guys have a very different relationship with death, with a very different relationship with resurrection, with saying goodbye, ending things. Wow. If you can emotionally balance your way through this, if you can stay on top of this in a spiritual way, see this as a moment of spiritual growth. Because yes, this is going to require some endurance. It's going to feel a little bit like a desolate journey. You might have to say goodbye to some pleasures, to some things that made you feel comfortable, people that made you feel comfortable, a situation you could rely on, someone you could rely on. And now you have to look at, why does this make me feel so low and so separate? Look at it that way as well. Why do I feel so separate? Why do I feel such lack when I have to say goodbye to things? And I mean, it's a normal human emotion to want connection, to want money, to want the comforts and stability of whatever it is that you are leaving right now, whatever it is that you have to endure in order to get to where you're going, because you know that where you're going, and this is a lot like with Taurus's reading. That's why even if you don't have any placements in Taurus, check out their reading, because it feels to me you guys have been enduring a lot, and by the end of March, I do think that things are really going to pick up in a wonderful way for you. Balance comes in. You need to balance your head and your heart, your emotions, and the reality right now. You also need to take responsibility for where your life is going. Don't rely again on answers coming in from other people for someone to show you the direction. You make those decisions. When balance shows up, you know what is right and wrong, and only you can determine what is the right path forward for you. No one's going to sit there and be your judge and jury. And I don't think that with this reading. Sometimes, yeah, if it's a different type of reading, you might pick up on court things, or, an offer coming in, something like that. And for some of you, you might actually be signing some type of paper, be bringing things into balance in such a way by the end of this month, through, again, endurance, through working hard, through persevering and not letting all the things that are being thrown at you right now. It feels like, again, stones just being thrown at you here, there, everywhere. And we don't see a lot of negative cards, but there's a lot happening that is affecting your emotions, Scorpio, that you are burying deep within, that maybe you're not even showing to a lot of people. But King of Vessels, Heron, emotionally you can persevere through this, and emotionally you've got the strength, you have the capacity to deal with this situation head on. It will also help you, again, grow. Remember what I said, this is going to help you grow spiritually and emotionally to the next level. If you don't play the petty games, if you don't involve yourself in the chatter, because right now you're going through a deep moment, and that's okay. Life is changing. I can feel there's change coming in, big change. I don't know. I think a lot of the major arcana are going to be experiencing, not major. I always say this about the signs. All the fixed signs are going to be experiencing some major shifts in March. But you and Taurus see some really big surprising endings to this month here. And let's see what we get. What's going on? Wow. Okay, let's get one at a time, guys. One more, and then we're just gonna talk about the cards that are out. Yeah. Wow, I knew there was going to be... I said one more, and then I got a card, and I was like, he's waiting for another. He's bringing something in. And I'm excited to show you this, because this isn't that bad. I know that it has been difficult, and I know that maybe you're not feeling up to this reading right now, but the Great Bear... Remember when I said change is here, and I feel change coming at the end of the month? It is coming. You're really going to have to look at what makes you feel stagnant and what you need to... maybe have a cry about a little bit. When the Great Bear comes in, he initiates change. Think of it as, again, it's the classic bring out your dead. Well, not classic, but it is the bring out your dead card for me. It's time to bring out our dead. It's time to ask ourselves, you know, are we going to hold on to these old bodies, this old self, this dead thing in my life, or am I going to step into, you know, this doorway of change? I feel like there's a better word for this whole situation, but Mercury's retrograde, and I'm just not going to try to say all the wrong things. But he's on top, you know, there's a great polar bear here, and we see the Big Dipper there. And, oh my gosh, I can't remember everything from the little book that this came with, but this is a very intense and amazing card here. And it does talk about stepping into this place where time means nothing, and where where we have to transform for the next life. This is like the moment of transformation. This is death and resurrection in itself here. You will step into there, and when you come out, it'll be a different time, a different person, a different you. And right now you have to know that you're in the middle of this really transformative internal state here. Yeah, the Four of Vessels is reversed, so have a cry. But you know what this says? When Four of Cups is reversed to me, I have to say it's pretty positive, because at least you're recognizing that you're dissatisfied, you're frustrated, you're sad about something, you know, something hasn't worked out. It says it's time to let it go, to have a good cry about it, to talk about it, to emotionally release something and say, I'm not going to sit here and mope about anymore. Something has to shift, and we're coming out of that. So if you do feel emotional, especially towards the end of this month, know that what's coming in is pretty incredible. Knight of Arrows, which is the hawk, and the Ten of Vessels, happiness. And I have to say, I was outside earlier, and I kept seeing a red-tailed hawk, hearing the red-tailed hawk. So I know that you have big messages coming in. Pay attention to your psyche, even if things don't make sense. Remember, it's Pisces, and it's Mercury retrograde in Pisces. It'll go into Aquarius, and then it'll go back into Pisces, even when it is going forward after March 10th. It'll still be in its shadow period, which is why March is such a weird, slow-moving, strange month, where you're going to be feeling these things so deeply, and you're going to be really focusing on these balances, on making big decisions, on seeing what is really the best path for me, and what is going to take me to this level, to that King of Vessels level, which is you, the Heron, the King of Vessels, the King of Cups. And look at that, 10 of Vessels. The messages that are going to be coming in at the end of the month hold a lot of happiness. I love this 10 of Cups. This might be my favorite 10 of Cups. So let's just talk about it for a minute, because I love it. It's like, it's how I feel emotionally when I get the 10 of Cups. It's just like overflowing like rivers, or just a waterfall of emotion that just is pouring into all these cups. There is never ending amounts of abundant love here. This is happiness. This is true emotional fulfillment coming in. The life that you want, the offers that you want. This is the ticket. This is your golden ticket to ride here. And it feels incredible. Like, Scorpio, you might not feel for at least half this month that things are going in the right direction. You're not going to be sure of it, but I need you to trust in your higher self, trust in your psyche, trust in your emotions. You are going to have to say goodbye to some things that made you feel comfortable. Say goodbye to certain things that were pleasure to you, that made you feel safe, that made you feel connected to something that was very base. But I think you're also realizing your own power in creating the real life that you want, rather than one that you were settling for. Let's pull a romance angel. Wow, true love. Holy crap. This is the romance of a lifetime. True love for some of you. So if you have been questioning, I don't know if this has anything to do with love, things are working out in unexpected ways. Something that you didn't think was coming to fruition, somebody that kept you on the outs, something that you just thought never could have a chance. As soon as you kind of maybe even communicate about it, when you talk to this person about it, when you emotionally talk about where you're at and what you want, it changes it. True love awakens. Whether you have to say goodbye to one person and they don't want that, somebody else will come in and there will be true love. So keep an eye out for that. You and Taurus have a very similar reading. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Grand Slam. All right, let's pull a Lynn V. Andrews power deck message here. Oof. We got one in here. I know it's going to be a powerful one. Scorpio. Oh, I guess we're going to take... Oh, okay. Shoot me dead, you know. I can't even believe this. I don't have a better quote for that. And usually I'm like very quippy with my sayings. But again, Mercury's retrograde and I can't say anything right lately. It's just been bad. Transformation. Transformation is your card, Scorpio. Of course it is. Of course it is. What else were we expecting? The power of your intent leads you around the sacred wheel of endeavor. Begin today with trust and innocence in the early hours. Imagine a quiet pond and see the reflection of your true self. At noon, take a moment to close your eyes and dream. I think it means imagine. Imagine the transformation that this day offers you. Seek the strength and wisdom through your ability to love to bring this transformation into action and into the words you speak. At night, give thanks to the illumination you have found. Know that the form of your intent leads you to the power of transformation. Scorpio, this is such a scorpionic reading. You're ready for this. This is the time of change. And even though it's happening at a different rate, in a different energy level than it usually does for you, and you might feel less in control of it, you have total control over this. So don't fool yourself, okay? You have control over this. The retrograde is just pointing out the things that you really need to change, take responsibility for, and make some really important decisions on, really laser sharp decisions. It wants you to see and focus on what needs to be done, on what needs to be let go of, on what you're holding on to and staying in that is just not satisfying, that is having you endure so much. And again, this month is going to take some endurance, whether you like it or not, but you have to know that this is all paying off at the end, and that you have the control that you seek in this situation. You have the answers. You are the answer. So stop asking, show me what I'm looking for. You don't need to. You are what you're looking for. All right, that was such a dumb way to end it, but whatever. I love you guys so much. If you want, please donate if you feel it. And if you want to contact me to book a reading for when I'm opening my readings again in mid-March, let me know. I'll be over on my Instagram mostly as I recover and go into surgery. So if you want updates and see what I'm up to, I'll be updating it there. And thank you guys again for all of your kind words, for all of your thanks, for everything. It's like I'm just overcome with gratitude. I love you all so much, okay? Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to check out your other readings for the monthlies, and have a wonderful and blessed month, Scorpio. Namaste. Also, check out your new, check out your new your new clothes. I put up your design on Teespring. See, I can't even speak. I put your design up on Teespring. I'm really excited about it. I think it looks really cool. Go check it out. We do have a discount for Mercury retrograde, so take advantage of that. It's over on my Instagram if you want the information on that. Also, well, I guess I'll just say it here as well. It's called Retro Fish, R and the F capitalized, Retro Fish on Teespring. You can get 15% off your order up until March 10th. So enjoy that, guys, and have a great March. Enjoy your new merch. I really hope you like the new design. You can check it out on Instagram. I just made a post about it just the other day. Namaste.